Long time ago, I had thought about doing a review on buying a kayak and just never did one because I didn't want to see everybody run out and buy a kayak. But nowadays that don't matter. I don't think there's a day I drive down the road and not see somebody with a kayak. So, for anybody that already has a kayak and wanting a second one, or wanting a kayak period, the reason I'm doing this video is because I have two different kayaks here. Both two different brands, totally two different prices, and everything else. So what we'll do is we'll just look at this first one here, which is a Water Quest. Now I ain't sure if the company changed hands or if Walmart and Menards just don't carry the Water Quests anymore, or they've all changed over to the Sun Dolphins. They are basically the same kayak. Both of these are your sit-in types. And I would like to have a sit-on-top type. We'll get into that. These kayaks are great for basically rock hunting or just floating, messing around. Doesn't matter if it's a creek, a river, or a lake. These 10-footers are perfect size for any kind of waterway. With that in mind, let me remind you from experience, never buy an 8-footer. They're made for running heavy, rapidly water. You know, if you're not a white water kind of guy, you don't want one of those 8-footers. They flip easy. These, if you quit paddling, they will spin on you. As for that one over there, because of the way the keels are made at each end, they don't spin. So these are tough to fish out of sometimes, especially if you're in a waterway that's constantly moving, that always has current. If you have a creek or a river that has like dead spots and stuff in it, then these aren't too bad. You can rig you up a little anchor that works really great. Another downfall about these kayaks here is they do not come with a comfortable seat like that one over there. You have to buy you a cushion. I always have to throw a life jacket behind my seat, which the seat does have adjustable straps on them. Both of those do. And it's not bad. Now, me, for my weight, I always weigh around 160. I'm not a very big feller. Never have been. But I have packed this canoe down with enough supplies for a 3-day camping trip on the river. A lot of you that watched my videos for a long time have seen my 3-day Gasconade trip. Comes with a nice bottle holder. Back here, these aren't too bad, and I need to replace mine right here. It broke. And then I rigged up. You can go to any boat store and buy these. Just like up here, this one didn't come with it. We zapped in 4 tight holes and went to a local marine store and bought some of this bungee cord, put knots in it, and boom, man, I can strap anything down on there I want. But the one thing about buying any kayak that I want to express is, you see these rib lines in here? Mostly always these two outside ones. Your Ascends have the same thing. Unless you're going to be whitewater rafting, you always want to make sure you buy a kayak that has the rib lines in it. Whether it's like those over there or these like here. If you don't, that kayak is designed to roll over easy where these are not. This one I can stand up in it in the water with no problem. You bounce around a little bit, you might flip over. That one there, you about gotta jerk yourself to get it to go over. It just won't do it. And those are also wider by a couple of inches. These aren't. The nice thing about these is that they only weigh 28 pounds, as to where one of those weighs 72 pounds. And for myself, I still can't hardly pick this up over my head. I drag it from the rope to the car, put the top on one end and grab it at the bottom end and push it up. The other one, I literally have to have help with it, just because I have a messed up back and can't move a lot of weight. It comes with a tub, which I don't have my tub in there because I always buy dry sacks. I keep an extra life jacket in there. You can fit tons of stuff in there. It keeps it dry. If you have the tub and you keep it in it, it keeps stuff dry. But I always recommend buying dry sacks, and I would recommend buying them at Walmart, the plastic clear ones, because for the price of what they are compared to the ones you buy at Bass Pro is a big difference in price. And then Bass Pro ones don't keep stuff as dry as your plastic dry bags. I should have had one of them out. What else can I say about this kayak here? Comes with a drain plug like most of them. But and I bought this kayak in I think 2010, and it has been down the creek a lot. It gets drug all the time. You can see there's a couple heavy gouges in it, but not too bad. I mean, it's been scratched a little bit up on the bottom, but these kayaks take abuse like you wouldn't believe. And like I said, the Sun Dolphins are going to be the same exact thing. And the nice thing about them is they're cheap. If you watch for them on sale, especially through Menards, sometimes you can get them at 200 bucks and less. But like I said, the Sun Dolphin, now that everybody carries instead of the actual Water Quest, like I said, I don't know if it changed names or what, they're just as good. They're the same exact thing. Now, over here, what we have is an Ascend kayak, and this is a fishing model. Comes with fishing pole holders back there. Comes with a fishing pole holder here that you can take in and out. Comes with cup holders. Here's a little dry container. There's a little dry sack in it. Anytime I've ever put my cell phone or anything in there, I've never had a problem with it. Again, this one here has the ribs on it. You want to always buy a kayak that has that on there. And see, this here says maximum pounds per person and gear at 325. You can easily put another 100 pounds more than that on it, if not more. And it worked great. Has these little paddle ribs on it, which are nice, but you know, they don't really do a whole lot. Here's a little strap where you can put your paddle along, and it holds it right there. Or when you want to do anything, just, you know, keep your paddle set. It comes with 2 fishing pole holders back there. The back part, I really do like it. The new Sun Dolphins actually have a bigger back piece that you can take out and let float behind you and still have your open hole. Now these you can pack a lot of gear on. You can pack a lot of gear up there. You can pack a lot of gear up there in a dry bag, coolers, whatever. Up inside of her, I have shoved that thing full of everything. Then you flop the seat back, and you got quite a bit of room back there in between that tub too. For anybody that has especially a bad back, because a couple hours in that thing is like a whole day in this thing. going down the river. These Ascend seats do not get no better. That thing saves me a world. Just a gigantic world of difference. But these are $600 tools, as to where that's half the price or less. You can buy these at any Bass Pro. Buy them through Bass Pro online. They come with a screw-in drain plug in the back. All your cleats, anything you see on here is easily replaceable if it breaks. And your clips, your pole holders, which a lot of that stuff it really never does break unless you're abusive with it or it falls off your truck or something, which is another thing. You don't need to buy special rails for either one of these. You can take anything you can find. I like using old couch cushions, and you take two of them, you take, you know, your outside fabric off where you have nothing but your sponge, and you can throw them on top of your vehicle, run your ratchet straps, open up your doors, run your ratchet straps through your doors and strap them down. This one I always like to put two on. One holds that thing down perfectly, especially when you go ahead and tie your rope off to the front of your vehicle. What else can be said about them? I mean, they're great features. They both have like a foot thing inside of them that's adjustable. Yeah, it's dark in there, sorry. So you can have your feet adjusted wherever you want on either one of them. And they're great machines. But this one is awesome to fish out of. Ultimately awesome. It tracks straight, which you can see the real keel back here. How it is. And you can see the front keel is even made pretty strong too. So, whether you like to fish, whether you like to rock hound, or you like to just mess around in a kayak, it don't get no better than either one of these here. But I will always stress, unless you're going down whitewater rapids and you want to flip over and be able to flip back over easily, you want to buy something that has those ribs in your floor. That keeps it more buoyant. I mean, I can literally stand up in this thing down any bit of water and not have a bit of problem. Like I said, that one over there you got real good balance in, but either one works great. And oh, and one thing I wanted to get to is a paddle, because that's an important part too. Both of these are Ascend paddles. I don't have nobody to hold the camera for me, but anytime you go to buy a paddle, you want to put one end at the floor at your feet and stand it right next to you. Put your arm and your hand out as long as it will go, and you want that top paddle to at least be a hand size past your hand. Like if you was measuring a horse or something, you know what I mean? You want that at least one hand higher than as tall as you can stretch your arm and hand out. Well, go buy you a kayak, go catch and release some smallmouth bass, or go find you a shiny rock, because these are the ultimate machines right here. Thanks for your views and your comments. Have a good week.